thing.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New topic.
Yeah.
50s.
Get in mind.
I was reading this thing on entrepreneur.com. I forget how I got there. It's probably Reddit. 50%, or I'm sorry, 50 cents bankruptcy is a lesson in valuing what you earn. And then they go on to talk about it. It pretty much this like easy come, easy go thing. He earned $185,000 a month. He bought Mike Tyson's mansion. Mike Tyson burned through $400 million somehow. I don't know how much of that was stolen from him. But they mentioned Burt Reynolds, Kim Basinger, Willie Nelson, Scottie Pippen. All these guys went broke. Apparently, you know, when I heard 50 Cent declared Chapter 11, and a quick lesson. There's two kinds of bankruptcies, 11 and 7. 11 is the one where they pretty much just like the government negotiates how much the people you owe actually get, and then you start over again. 7 is when they liquidate you, and that one almost seems more fair. Like, you know, Chiz owes all these people money. Don't know why I'm making it Chiz. And they wipe out Chiz, give everything they can to their creditors, etc. 11 is different. With Chapter 11, they just like, yeah, Chiz, all right, you're worth $100 million. You owe 28. We'll make that 14, and you know they'll be happy.
Default on all your
and they default or pay pennies on the dollar and the things that he owes, and that's what he's doing. So he's kind of screwing over the people that he borrowed from. Or
You know why, right?
see, that's the thing. So he was in financial trouble already. They made it seem like it was fake at first. Like, 50 Cent's so rich. This is all a big scam to get out of the... Was it a rape charge? What was it? What did he lose in court?
He uploaded a sex tape of someone else's girl. I forget who, and he was being sued.
Rick Ross.
Rick Ross.
Is that what it is?
He lost, but I think the lawsuit was only for like a couple million.
$8 million. Oh, I'm sorry. That's what his mansion's worth. Let me see. It's in here somewhere.
Like that.
Yeah, all right.
$5
You guys are right. So there's $5 million that he lost to a Florida woman over a sex tape, and $18 million that he owes to some company called Sleek Audio, which looked like it was a Beats by Dre competitor that went wrong. So those are the two big lawsuits, the $18 million and the $5 million. But there's a bunch of other things that he owes that add up to like $28 million, I think, if I have it right. And it's just interesting that this guy was like the guy. Like, he got $100 million in that vitamin water deal. He made a lot of money off his records. This was like the richest of all the rap guys, and it turned out to be a facade. Not a facade. I mean, he was living the big life, but the theme of this article I was reading was the easy come, easy go thing. That's how.
I mean, $100,000 expenses a month. That's outrageous.
No, that was his earnings. 185.
No, that was his expenses as
No,
well.
his expenses
108,000.
Yeah.
You getting it from a different article, I guess. There's something.
No, it's right there.
There it is. Yeah, he spends 108 a month on expenses, but he said he was earning 185 a month on royalties and investments. That's 185 a month is amazing money. Like, you earn 185 a year.
I thought he earned a percentage on vitamin water. I didn't know that like he got bought out by them or just took a lump sum.
Yeah, in 2007, he got $100 million from Coca-Cola. So, you're $100 million. If you get $100 million windfall, and you know he didn't like earn it. I guess he earned it by making a clever decision early on, but I really doubt he was on like the vitamin water decision making process, you know, and like I don't think it was his wisdom that made it do so well. He was just an early investor. He got $100 million and it blew. And something about the way this article read on the easy come, easy go thing, like it just, I'm sitting here bound and determined not to follow in his footsteps. I don't know.
He's not out of money.
Yeah.
He is going to be okay. Yeah, that's what the article says too. You know,
I don't know where it says how much he's got, but like people were freaking out when this first broke out. Like, oh, he's filing bankruptcy. I'm like, well, clearly you don't know what it means, because it doesn't mean he ran out of money.
It means that he wants the government to reduce his debt so that he can pay pennies on the dollar. That's what 11 means anyway.
It even says it right here. Chapter 11, bankruptcy protection does not mean you're broke.
Yeah, this is good for him.
It is going to be good for him. We'll see if, I mean, like, this is a guy who sucks at managing his money in a really extreme way. While this Chapter 11 thing might work out okay for him. If he keeps fucking up like this, there's no more vitamin waters coming in, right? Like, there probably aren't. That's a once-in-a-lifetime thing. He's not going to continue to get $100 million dropped into his checking account on a regular basis. He's going to need to start living. Like, as much as he's made, he still managed to fuck this up. And he'll probably come out of this a multimillionaire, but not like he was. He needs to start living almost like a regular rich person anyway.
Yeah, like that's so horrible. Like if I had $100 million, like I even taking away the possibility of investing or starting a business, like if you just had to live off that on no interest the rest of your life,
so many
you
trains.
could go on as many, you could live on the train.
Buy your own
You could
goddamn
be a
train.
I
man.
could build a fucking train.
Well, you couldn't do that because then you'd be out of money just like 50 Cent pretty quick because no one rides trains. No one's going to help subsidize those costs.
All by yourself.
My
and just
train has
train.
stripper poles.
That sounds
Safe.
dangerous.
It's not dangerous.
Yeah.
You saw the Snowpiercer. Not dangerous at all.
The Snowpiercer. Yeah, but like that would be enough money for you, your whole life, your children, and your
It
grandchildren,
should
like
be
their entire
generational wealth.
lives.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and you could live well, whatever you want, whenever you wanted it, as long as you weren't like, I need my bi-weekly Bugatti. Like, as long as you weren't ridiculous, you could do that.
Bugattis are a million, so you can run out of, you can spend a lot on Bugattis, but I think they're a million, right? Am I right? This Bugatti Veyron's $1 million car?
1.5.
Probably like between 1 and 3 million, I think.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so very expensive.
Those are the
That's
kind of
100
things that,
cars.
yeah. I somehow got to looking at Lotus Elises recently. You know, a Lotus Elise is like 30 grand.
Yeah, it's a beautiful car.
It looks like $1 million. It's 30
I used
grand.
to live next to a Lotus dealership.
It handles as well as any car on the planet. I mean, it's right there. The motor's not supercar-ish, but it's so light that it's like an amazing car to take to the track and toss around corners. And somehow I was like, well, maybe. It's like, no, Woody, you stupid fuck. You don't spend $30,000 on a toy. Don't be 50 Cent, you jackass.
But I bet if
Exactly. You
pulled
wouldn't go
50
down and buy a yacht that you used once.
Yeah.
That'd be ridiculous.
Sell it one time.
Hey, but anytime I want to, I can.
That's not
well,
even true.
until it's chip shaped.
First, you get it off the bottom.
Yeah.
Get those barnacles off of it. Days work.
Right now, it looks like the freaking boat from Captain Ron.
Nah, it got cleaned a while back. Yeah.
A reference I'm sure 5 people got.
Yeah. Just like me and Woody, we're the only ones who got the Captain Ron reference.
I
That's
didn't
an
get it.
old movie and not a good one.
Not a good one.
But it was for those
Old
that
bad movies are hard to reference.
the barnacle had a lot of crap on the bottom of it, though. It was on point for the few people old
It
enough.
was. Yeah. A little gem for those people that actually sat through that movie.
I don't know, but stuff like that interests me because.
But I bet if you polled 50 Cent, I bet he doesn't regret any of it. I'm sure he still has 40 million.
I bet he's got tons
Maybe
of
even more.
assets.
I bet he doesn't
bet he's
regret a
fine.
damn thing. It's like
Yeah.
he can still live out his life luxuriously, and he's lived however many years luxuriously, playing by his own rules. So I'm sure, while none of us here would do what he did by any stretch of the imagination, I bet he doesn't sit back and go, "Shouldn't have done those things. Should have budgeted better."
There might be some. Maybe he's thinking,